All right, Zack Poff, Steve Montoya, and we're talking high school basketball. Yep, preseason top 25. Zack, we've been so kind of caught up in the football mix, but it's November. Basketball is here, and now we got our top 25 rankings dropping on Wednesday.
Yeah, man, it's always exciting to, finally get a new sport kind of get cooking here. We've been so overwhelmed with football. Now we get a little bit of hoops action, and, there's some marquee programs here you're going to see in the top 25. And Steve, I mean, come on, it all starts with Montverde Academy at number 1.
All right, let's show the rankings right now, Zack, so we get a peek at what we're talking about in your top 25. And like Zack said, it starts with Montverde Academy at the top. But as we go through this, you're kind of seeing the academy schools kind of overwhelm the top 25, but you see some other ones in there like Archbishop Moeller out of Ohio. You have a new program at number 4, and Amani Bates plays for number 4, Zack, a real good program there. But that's your top 10. What do you see out of this list, Zack?
Yeah, Montverde Academy, number 1. Last year they finished the year 25-0, finished as the national champs, finished at number 1. This year's team, Steve, has 8 players ranked in the top 51 in their classification. They got Caleb Houston coming back. He's a number 8 player in 2021. They also added the number 2 player in the class of 2022 from Roman Catholic High School out in Philadelphia, Jalen Duran. He's the number 1 center in the class of 2022. So you know what Kevin Boyle does, man? He don't rebuild, he reloads, and that's exactly what Montverde Academy is doing this year. I would be surprised if they go down this year. Anytime you got the talent that Montverde Academy has, they're going to be a tough team to beat this season. Even though this year is going to be a little bit different when it comes to scheduling, we've seen in football where teams have had to kind of, cancel, reschedule. So it's going to be interesting to see how things work with a lot of these academy schools this year too.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's look at the next set of teams. And like Zack said, normally we have Christmas tournaments and big tournaments even around the Thanksgiving break where you're seeing a lot of teams play each other. This year, like Zack said, it's going to be a little bit different. All right, we're looking at teams 11 through 20 here. Camden, New Jersey school right there. You have West Oaks out of Florida. And then I want to take a peek at teams 17 and 20 because of some big names. 17, Zack, is Minnehaha Academy out of Minnesota, and Chet Holmgren, the 7-foot center, is on that squad. And I know they have some talent they got to replace in Jalen Suggs, but when you start with Chet, you got a good starting point there for that team.
Yeah, number 2 player overall in the class of 2021, number 1 center, but, basketball nowadays, it's really positionless, and that's what I see in Chet Holmgren. This is a guy who can get the rebound and bring it down up and down the floor. His game is very similar to Anthony Davis. He's a big-time shot blocker on defense, can splash down the 3, has a nice mid-range game, and he's also a big-time playmaker in the paint, too. And last year, Steve, they finished number 13 in the final top 25, and they had that marquee win against a very talented Sierra Canyon squad last season. And you mentioned they got to replace Jalen Suggs, but it is nice having Chet Holmgren come back, and he's one of the best players in the country regardless of class for sure. I love watching this kid's game, man. I expect him to be even better this year, and he had a huge season last year for Minnehaha Academy.
Okay, and Team 20 out of California, and California is going to be a little bit different this year. They're not getting rolling till March. We're talking about high school basketball going through March, April, May, which is crazy. But when you got a team like Sierra Canyon, you know where we have to start, and that's a sophomore player.
Yeah, you got to love Bronny James, man. Hey, he had a big-time freshman campaign, and you look at Sierra Canyon's roster last season, that's remarkable that he was able to get valuable playing time as a true freshman. He checks in as the number 19 player overall in the class of 2023. And you're getting highlights of Bronny right there. He was a big-time defensive player for Sierra Canyon, kind of an energy type of player. I see a bigger role for him this year as a sophomore, though. With a bunch of guys leaving, you got Zaire Williams leaving, you got BJ Boston leaving. I think Bronny James is going to find himself a nice role in offense this year, and I expect a big sophomore campaign from Bronny James. They also got Amari Bailey, the number 3 player overall in the class of 2022. And they also got Chance Westry, a top 30 player in the class of 2022. You know, we talked about Montverde Academy. This isn't like a, you know, a rebuild type of thing. This is a reload type of thing for Sierra Canyon. And, you know, this is a team that was probably going to win another state title last year. Then the whole COVID cases started coming. They couldn't even finish basketball. They won the SoCal Regional Championship, and they probably would have won another state title last year. Hopefully they can get through a season this year and compete for, you know, amongst the best in the state of California. But I expect big things from Bronny and Sierra Canyon this year for sure.
All right, let's look at the final 5 in our top 25 preseason basketball rankings here at MaxPreps. Number 21 stands out to me, Oak Hill Academy. Anytime a team is coached by Steve Smith, you know they're going to be good. Houston out of Tennessee is there, Wheeler out of Georgia, and this is a good top final 5 here. Houston, Mike Miller is the head coach. We all know Mike Miller from the NBA there, Zach.
Yeah, definitely, man. You know, he was one of the best college players, and he also had a very good NBA career. I expect big things. You know, he's kind of got his feet wet, you know, coaching in the NBA, coaching in college with Penny at Memphis. So I think it's the perfect fit for him there too. And Steve, I just want to say this, man. I'm going to go on record saying that the dude balling for the number 4 team in the top 25, Amani Bates, is the best high school player in the country, regardless of class. And you can make a case he's probably the best basketball player since LeBron James was in high school too. So I just want to get that out there, man. Amani Bates, baddest dude in the country.
All right, good stuff. All right, that's your preseason top 25 basketball rankings. And when I mentioned Mike Miller, his son Mason Miller will be on the team, a very good player as well. Jordan Divins, our basketball rankings expert, will be pumping out basketball rankings all season long. We're going to keep you updated on all the COVID-related news when it comes to states pushing back, starting on time, all that stuff on MaxPreps. Well, thanks for joining us. That's Zack Poff. I'm Steve Montoya. This is MaxPreps and CBS Sports HQ.